And Jacques Villeneuve is inside Frenson's time. Now this is the fast track down to turn 5, 185 miles an hour. Back off into second gear, 55 miles an hour on the apex. Accelerate round the left-hander. It keeps on going. 145 miles an hour, 165 miles an hour. And he moves up into provisional pole position.
Well, that's more like it. That's the kind of lap times we were expecting to see. That's given them all a wake-up call. There's so much time under braking here for this chicane.
Oh, look at that. 3/10 of a second inside. This is terrific. Michael Schumacher is going to move up into provisional pole position if he just keeps up this speed as he comes into the last corner now. In tight on the apex. Get it steady, boot it hard, over the grid, and over the line goes Michael Schumacher and moves up into second place with a time exactly the same as Jacques Villeneuve's to the nearest 1,000th of a second. They've both done 1:21.072, but Villeneuve keeps the provisional pole because he got there first. And Heinz-Harald Frentzen is approaching the end of the first sector now. And this is going to give us a very good indication. And he's inside Villeneuve's time. This is certainly a pole position time coming up for Heinz-Harald Frentzen. And it couldn't have happened at a better time because team orders will count tomorrow. And Heinz-Harald Frentzen, this is amazing. I cannot believe this. Heinz-Harald Frentzen has done exactly the same time as Jacques Villeneuve and Michael Schumacher and stays therefore in third place. And believe it or not, Marcus Winkelhock as Jenson Button spins out of the race. Jenson Button in the Honda, who was in 5th place, is out of the race, climbing out of the car. He has spun off, and the spiker goes straight into the tyre wall there. Adrian Sutil. This reminds me of the race at I'm looking at 3 cars now. One of them's a McLaren, and it's off, and it's Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is off at the same corner as Jenson Button. Yeah. This race is turning into the one just like Silverstone, and they're flying off. There's another one. Gone straight into the side of Jenson Button's car. And another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars off at the corner. Villeneuve is out of the race. Damon Hill is the world champion of 1996. Wheel off Villeneuve. We'll see what happened, but whatever it was has denied him the world championship. Frank Williams looking his normal impassive self, but Damon Hill is the world champion of 1996. He doesn't even have to finish the race. If he failed to finish the race, he would still be 9 world championship points ahead of Jacques Villeneuve. Now, there are very few cars left on the circuit. There's 14 running now out of the 26 who started. And if Prost comes up to any of them, this is the opportunity that Senna's looking for. And he's going through. Out! Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. They meet. This is what we were...
On Senna's part.
Here's a replay. Now let's look. Senna comes up to try and go through on the inside. Prost moves across, takes them both out. Nigel, first of all, will you carefully and slowly take your hat off? You've got an enormous bump on your head. Can you let them see it?
I don't know whether...
Right up there. Oh, I'm sorry. What has happened?
Well, the race was okay. We got in the courtesy car to go to the podium, and the guy drove off when I was standing up to give my helmet to someone, and there's a low girder, and the girder hit me across the head at about, I don't know, 5 to 10 miles an hour.
Unbelievable. But in this amazing race, 3 starts, and you had a terrible second start. What happened?
Yeah, Formula 1 cars are just not designed to start more than once, really. And I just had clutch slip on the second start from first to second gear. Was very lucky just to keep on going.
You've closed the gap by 3 points, but you're still 15 behind with 6 races to go. Can you do it?
Well, I'm figuring on trying to win the next 6 races. So, and I think the nice thing is that Nelson's done a fantastic job this year, in as much as I think this is his 6th or 7th second place. But you can only score in 11 races, and soon he's got to start dropping points. And I can score in all 6 races to come.
Words for Keke Rosberg.
He may have been prepared to move over. And look at that! Out that, and colossally, that's Mansell. That is Nigel Mansell, and the car absolutely shattered. He's fighting for control, and you can see what's happened. Mansell is out of the race. Now, this could change and will change the World Championship. And Senna sprints away, but Alain has taken the advantage. Senna is trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately. This is amazing. Senna goes off at the first corner, but what has happened to Prost? He has gone off too. Well, that is amazing, but I fear absolutely predictable. Michael Schumacher going to make a good start and cut across the front of Mika Häkkinen. He's famous for that. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 laps. Pause. Go, go, go. And Schumacher gets away well. Trulli is up alongside and sprinting into the first corner. It's Schumacher leading and Jarno Trulli is still 4th. Then off goes the... This is something that many people didn't think could possibly happen today. They thought Damon would drive a cautious race, but he fought. He fought from second on the grid. He passed Jacques Villeneuve. He took the lead. He stayed there. And Damon Hill exits the chicane and wins the Japanese Grand Prix. And I've got to stop because I've got a lump in my throat. Michael Schumacher passes Damon Hill, but too late. Damon Hill wins in Japan. I really am, for once, almost at a loss for words. I am so happy, as the majority of Britain will be. I must confess I have a very soft spot for Damon, and it has been magnified as a result of his achievements here. Above all else, after 52 years of talking about Grand Prix racing, was to go out on a high note and be euphoric about the fact that we'd just seen a great race. We've seen a great race in a great country, and hopefully it will have done something to lift the spirits of America. It certainly lifted mine. It certainly lifted the spirits of Formula One. And Martin, as ever, it was a joy to be working with you.
Thank you, Murray.
So that's it then, folks. That's the last from me. All I can say is that it always has been a pleasure, and I hope you will enjoy Grand Prix racing from now on. Goodbye.